Hi, there, it's WB and welcome to World Broadcast YouTube channel. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and press bell icon to never miss any latest news. McCain was hiding it all along. Thought he'd take it to grave, but karma just delivered insane justice. Judicial Watch just dropped a huge bombshell on John McCain. One that doesn't surprise me all that much because I don't trust John McCain. He deserves to be exposed for this. Judicial Watch has obtained newly released internal IRS documents that show that Senator John McCain's former staff director and chief counsel on the Senate Homeland Security Permanent Subcommittee, Henry Kerner, urged top IRS officials to audit so many that it becomes financially ruinous. He's referring to the Tea Party, and among the top officials was then Director of Exempt Organizations Lois Lerner. Kerner was appointed by President Trump as special counsel for the United States Office of Special Counsel. Many people at the time who support President Trump decried that appointment because of his direct involvement in targeting Tea Party organizations. He should be arrested, not serving as special counsel for anything, just as Lois Lerner should be behind bars for her role in all of this. Kerner, Lerner and other high-ranking IRS officials met on April 30, 2013. IRS employees took notes of the explosive meeting and now they are coming to light. 10 days after that meeting, Lerner admitted that the IRS had a policy of improperly and deliberately delaying applications for tax-exempt status from conservative non-profit groups like the Tea Party. That arguably directly affected elections in the U.S., including Obama's election and re-election to the presidency. TruePundit has this to report: Lerner and other IRS officials met with select top staffers from the Senate Governmental Affairs Committee in a marathon meeting to discuss concerns raised by both Senator Carl Levin, D.M., and Senator John McCain, R.S., that the IRS was not training in political advocacy groups in response to the Supreme Court's Citizens United decision. Senator McCain had been the chief sponsor of the McCain-Feingold Act and called the Citizens United decision, which overturned portions of the act, one of the worst decisions I have ever seen. In the full notes of an April 30 meeting, McCain's high-ranking staffer Kerner recommends harassing non-profit groups until they are unable to continue operating. Kerner tells Lerner, Steve Miller, then Chief of Staff to IRS Commissioner Nicole Flax, and other IRS officials, maybe the solution is to audit so many that it is financially ruinous. In response, Lerner responded that it is her job to oversee it all. Henry Kerner asked how to get to the abuse of organizations claiming Section 501(c)(4, but designed to be primarily political. Lois Lerner said the system works, but not in real time. Henry Kerner noted that these organizations don't disclose donors. Lois Lerner said that if they don't meet the requirements, we can come in and revoke, but it doesn't happen timely. Nan Marks said if the concern is that organizations engaging in this activity don't disclose donors, then the system doesn't work. Henry Kerner said that maybe the solution is to audit so many that it is financially ruinous. Nicole noted that we have budget constraints. Ali's been suggested using the list of organizations that made independent expenditures. Lois Lerner said that it is her job to oversee it all, not just political campaign activity. This is clearly political persecution and should be treated as such. Judicial Watch has reported on this meeting previously. Senator McCain blew a fuse and then issued a statement decrying false reports claiming that his office was somehow involved in IRS targeting of conservative groups. McCain's office was obviously involved, he knew it and sanctioned it. The IRS previously blacked out the notes of the meeting, but Judicial Watch found the notes among subsequent documents released by the agency. Tom Fitton, who was the president of Judicial Watch, had this to say about the newly obtained IRS documents showing more proof the agency was weaponized under Obama. Judicial Watch today released newly obtained internal IRS documents, including material revealing that Senator John McCain's former staff director and chief counsel on the Senate Homeland Security Permanent Subcommittee, Henry Kerner, urged top IRS officials, including then Director of Exempt Organizations Lois Lerner, to audit so many that it becomes financially ruinous. Kerner was appointed by President Trump as special counsel for the United States Office of Special Counsel. The explosive exchange was contained in notes taken by IRS employees at an April 30, 2013, meeting between Kerner, Lerner, and other high-ranking IRS officials. Just 10 days following the meeting, former IRS Director of Exempt Organizations Lois Lerner admitted that the IRS had a policy of improperly and deliberately delaying applications for tax-exempt status from conservative non-profit groups. Lerner and other IRS officials met with select top staffers from the Senate Governmental Affairs Committee in a marathon meeting to discuss concerns raised by both Senator Carl Levin, D.M., and Senator John McCain, R.S., that the IRS was not training in political advocacy groups in response to the Supreme Court's Citizens United decision. Senator McCain had been the chief sponsor of the McCain-Feingold Act and called the Citizens United decision, which overturned portions of the act, one of the worst decisions I have ever seen. Just as I have said that McCain played a much bigger role in the Russian dossier scandal that is being reported, he was in this up to his eyeballs as well. I consider John McCain an enemy plant in the Republican Party. His hatred for President Trump is off the charts. He may be a limb not on the hill these days, but he's still pulling strings there, and he has certainly done more than his share of damage in Congress over the years. McCain despises the Tea Party movement because it sways elections and not only devastates the left but foils progressive Republicans. He wasn't about to stand for that and thus send his attack dog in with marching orders for the IRS to ruin the Tea Party. What just tears it for me is that none of these people are being held to account sufficiently. It's definitely karma for McCain to be exposed, and Judicial Watch should be commended for nailing him. In its own way, this is a form of insane justice karmically delivered on McCain as he gets ready to check out of this life. He thought he could hide all of it indefinitely, but things like this never stay hidden forever, and you can't take it with you. Please don't forget to like and support our channel by press subscribe button. Thank you for watching.